Good afternoon, folks. It's Coach Simmons, and we're going to go through something real quick. These are the storylines I think are going to be popular this season. A lot of things are going to be changing. A lot of things will be staying the same. But we now know the biggest elephant in the room. Like I said, it's going to be conference realignment, but we're going to hold off on that one right now. As 1400 Club so eloquently posted on Twitter, the all-time SWAC winning streak is 28. I think Jackson right now has 20. Who will be the first one to knock them off the pedestal? That's going to be the battle for the year. Every team wants to make sure they don't reach 28. And here's another thing. If they don't reach 28, the narrative that's going to be posted around social media and all over the internet, you know about who I'm talking about. A lot of people don't want to see the SWAC or Jackson State prosper. So if they do lose a game in conference, the first thing they're going to say is, hey, it was all Deion Sanders. Deion was the reason why they won 20 in a row. Without Deion, they still would have been the bottom of the barrel. Sure, attendance figures would still have been great, but it would have been bottom of the barrel. That's one of the narratives and storylines that will be out there. TC is fighting ghosts. Everything he does is so scrutinized by certain people online because they want to see him fail. Another storyline coming up. Well, fam, you actually nut up this year. Because let's be blatantly honest, the only team in the SWAC that's even touched FAMU has been Jackson. But will they actually nut up this year and actually show up and beat Jackson State? I mean, let's be honest, people. No one else in the SWAC has come close. I mean, you have the Southern and the Alabama A&M and the Alabama State that beat Jackson in the spring. Besides that, Southern came close at home. And Crown rolled there in a wheelchair. And then Alabama State came close at homecoming. Alcorn played them tough. Valley at home. But it's been FAM. FAM's beating everybody Jackson has, just not Jackson. Grambling going into year 3. Can Hugh Jackson actually step up and solidify the family approach he has for this team? Can Grambling come back to being Grambling? I'm not talking about being Grambling from the 80s or the 70s. At least Grambling from the 90s. Can Grambling do that? Who's going to win the West? I mean, let's be honest. It's a toss-up. The last couple of years, we've had everybody from Pine Bluff in the spring, Prairie View, to Southern University. So who's going to be that one? Will it be Alcorn getting back to the Celebration Bowl? If they do get back, will they actually win? Can Coach Dooley actually solidify the reason why he's one of the highest paid coaches in the conference? That's something Southern has to deal with. You have this man making so much money, but all the assistants make so little. Can he validate that this year? Will Andrew Body actually show up to be the number 1 quarterback in the SWAC? You know, as a freshman, was always Andrew Body or Shedeur Sanders. But now Shedeur's gone. Is it Musa? Is it Crawley? Is it Davis? Or Body? Hell, what about Brown? I'm saying, we got to figure out if Andrew Body's going to show up this year. PV, will you validate the fact that you got the most money coming from your state office of any HBCU in the SWAC. We have the best facilities in the FCS, according to one Eddie George. So there's no other team in this FCS realm, 100 plus schools, that can mess with you. The $15 million you getting from the state of Texas, that should help out. Will your fans actually show up to a game that's not a Labor Day Classic? That's the question. Alabama A&M, are you going to continue to chase ghosts and pretend like Coach Maynard is the quarterback whisperer? Let's be honest. Ever since Glass left, he hasn't looked that good. Matter of fact, after that one spring season, he hasn't looked that good. Is it this time for us to move on from Maynard or bring someone else in? Alabama State, is this the year you make that move? Facility-wise, we've seen what happens in Montgomery when you're fighting on the docks and on the bay. Are you going to be at school to show up? You wanted Jack State for homecoming, got your wish. Now what you gonna do with it? Pine Bluff, you've been hiding all year. If Pine Bluff actually pulls out a couple of upsets, a couple of trap games, and they be the first one to beat Jackson State at home, your coach is gone automatically. The lowest paid coach in HBCU football. There are some D2 schools paying their coaches more than you're paying your head coach. If he pulls off that upset, how soon till he leaves Pine Bluff? Valley's building up right now. They're building the tradition, rebuilding everything they need to do to get back to being semi-competitive. The question is, will Valley win 4 games, 2 games, or they hit 5? 5 is the magic number that says Valley's back. 1 means don't worry about it. And finally, Bethune-Cookman. After all season of turmoil about you and Coach Reed, we want to find out what you really got. My man talking about spending millions of dollars on fixing the stadium. I want to see how the practice field looks. I want to see movement on the field. You're in Florida. You can sneeze in Florida and find somebody running a 4.2. Will they come to your school or continue going to Tallahassee? Those are some of the storylines I'm looking at this fall. But it all starts on Saturday. I want to see how Jackson State responds to SC State. Coach Simmons, I'm out, y'all. You have a great day.